Hello everyone, welcome back to the Lord of the Rings Online. This is Gnarlo here. Say hello to everyone, Gnarlo. Good boy. When last we left off, we were actually nowhere near here. We were down in Rivendell, far, far to the south. Today we are back up here in Angmar once more. In fact, we are right here at the camp. Can't remember what the name of this particular outpost of the free peoples here in Angmar is, but we're the one up on the hilltop just to the east of Imlad Balchorth, and far down to the south here of Gathforthnir. About halfway to where we were going, well, maybe a third of the way. I was originally planning on heading all the way back down here to Gabil-Shathar, but I remembered this post was here and that they would probably have some quest we could do, and indeed they did. This is a dwarven outpost. They've got a good 4 people with rings over their heads, 3 of which are solo and do not require fellowship, so we can take those on. Mr.
Will
Thorod.
you stay and speak with me a moment?
Thorod over here. Have you witnessed the foul waters that flow from Carn-dûm? In the past months, we have seen the waters from Uragarth become dark and rank with the smell of decay, but we cannot fathom the reason. Regardless of the cause, it is becoming ever more difficult to find drinkable water. We must learn more of these waters and the maladies that they cause as they flow into Imlad Balchorth. Here, take this phial and return to me with the samples of the water. Please combine 5 drams of this foul water into a single phial. You should first draw water from the rolling patches in the pools in the eastern parts of Imlad Balchorth. The waters there cloud the mind and bind the tongues of those who come upon them. Okay, so we got to draw water from the eastern pools. Those should be right off of our little area here. Won't be far hard to do. I think he's got like a fellowship.
Hear me out, traveler!
Small fellowship quest to take on some fell spirits. We'll hold off on that one. And the small fellowship quest involving combat, we're not that great at.
Might you lend me an ear?
The tincture. Greetings, I have heard your name in dispatches from Gabil-Shathar. There is much work to be done here, so I must encourage you to pay attention. West of here, there's a region of dread and darkness called Imlad Balchorth. It is largely inhabited, if that is the word, by terrible wights and fell spirits summoned from the world of shadow. It is most unnatural for such creatures to be seen abroad. Something must be summoning them, binding them, causing them to wander in that place. Whatever the cause, these terrible creatures are an abomination, and a terrible growing threat to all the free peoples. It seems that Angmar is breeding an army of the dead to bring against the lands of the north. To the north and the east of the troll-infested Mathed, which is just south of here, grows the poisonous herb nightshade. It is said that this plant is a simple which has virtue to ward against the terrible wights when steeped in a certain rare liquor I have obtained from the rangers of Gathforthnir. Please gather nightshade plants and bring them to me, and I will prepare a tincture for you to help with this menace. Alright, so there we have to go to the north and the east of Mathed. Okay, let's take a look at the map here and see what that is. Mathed is here. I would imagine the nightshade is probably here in the Gorathlad region. So we shall try and see what we can find there. Down in here is where we need to go to get the vials of the foul liquid in the pools.
Beard, won't you give me even a moment?
And next we have the highwayman. The main route between Carn-dûm and Ramduath, which leads to the southern lands, bears much Angmarim traffic. Messengers and patrols move along this path, winding through the haunted ways of Imlad Balchorth. Perhaps because of the dread of that place, the traffic through Imlad Balchorth is lightly guarded. I would ask you to find the Angmarim patrols and messengers, and waylay them, bringing back any orders they carry, along with any wealth in the form of pay boxes they may be carrying. I know this speaks of mere banditry, but on the one side, the loss of those orders may delay warlike plans of the Angmarim and orcs already in the North Downs. And on the other hand, without those funds, their trade with some of the less reputable merchants of the south and east may be affected, and their own men may be unwilling to move if they are not paid. So in this case, to be a highwayman may not be such a bad thing. Alright, so also we are going to be doing some highwayman jobs. That will involve basically catching any messengers along this road here. Why don't we go into the Imlad Balchorth first, since that seems to be where we have two of the quests. We need to collect the foul waters, and we need to look for any Angmar messengers along here. You see this foul and blighted and foggy area here. We're going to go into stealth mode. And see what we can find. Pools shouldn't be too hard. There's several of them right along here, along the cliff face. And while we are collecting those, we can keep our eye out for any of the messengers or other Angmarim who are traveling about along the road. They shouldn't be too terribly hard to spot, as they'll be the only real non-dead things wandering about. Wonder if this is a place that I can... Whoa. Now, what was that? Silenced. Okay, so yeah, there's water there. A crystal phial used to gather water samples. Now, if I remember right, the water samples that you need to collect actually sit there and kind of... It's like the areas of the water have a sparkly area within them. So perhaps we won't be able to draw one from there. Let's look about and see what else we can find. That's the way back to the southern lands. I would have sworn there was an area there for us to draw water from, but perhaps not. Let's go a little bit deeper into the lands. Ancient silver there. Wanting to try to avoid getting too close to any of the dead things that had that red around them, as we found before. Yep, there we go, rolling water. As we've seen before, you get too close to those things with the red areas about them, and you end up being in a position where you take... Alright, that one's moving on. End up being in a position where you take damage. And it brings you out of stealth before you want to be. Alright, let's collect the first of the waters here. Whoops. Alright. Not in too big a danger here, even though we got two things on us. I'd say the decaying hand is not that tough. It's kind of the undead version of the birds, really. You see, they're slow, and they con higher than they really are. Let's go ahead and grab the rolling water while we can. Alright, 1 of 5, and let's get back into stealth before we draw too much more attention. That's what we're looking for there. I knew that was the general look of it. I just thought we would find one back there in that other pool. It is a foul, foul place. Like so many other things, when your eyesight goes black and white, basically you know you're not in a happy place. More rolling water and another bar guest. Gonna go far enough for me to get by? Nah, not really. So let's go ahead and fight him, since we will anyway. Guys seem to team up a little bit. Unfortunately, we can't use our riddles on animals. But once again, he won't be much of a much. As long as we don't have a third one jump in. Even us little squishy burglars will do okay. Alright, 2 of 5. As you see, that's silence. That's why I wasn't able to use this ability here. Improved addle. I bet I wouldn't be able to use a riddle on anything either. Even if I had a creature that I could use riddle on, because I can't use my voice. Nasty, nasty place to be fighting. Okay, let's see where else we might have these rolling waters. Wondering if there are any back up this way. And these pools should all be in this eastern area here. I'm wondering if there's one here. Yep, there's a rolling water right in the center there. Can we reach it? May be able to reach it without gathering the attention of anything, and we were. Let's wait and get back into stealth right quick. Oops, there we go. That's exactly what I was worried about. Casting some dread and all on us as well. Another one down. New deed, White Slayer. Which I'm sure involves hunting whites here in the Angmar area. Indeed it does. Defeat whites in Angmar. How many do we have to complete? 150. Alright, I see another rolling water over here. Let's go see if we can grab it right quick. Take out that bar guest, most likely. Oh good, it moved away. How kind of it. 4 or 5, just one more to go. Now let's see what we have up this way. Is there another of these terrible pools nearby? Once again, try and stay away from the fell spirits and all. They can be quite annoying. All these things with their ability to cause you damage and effects from afar that would take off your stealth. Put over the top? Yes, there we go. Now, did I see any more pools? Big one's down there, but I think that's a little bit too far. Let's look at our map here. We should be able to stay in this area and find everything we want. I'm going to circle back around to the right and up to the north there and see if we can't find more that way. Actually, let's go a little further up here and see if we can find a pool. Not sure what exactly is up this way. Seems like that fell spirit there didn't actually have... Right, here's another pool. Let's see if there might be any of those terrible waters about. Yep, there we go. Kill him down already. That was an easy one. Use our burglar's antidote to get rid of the evil effects on us, so we don't break our stealth. Bunch of sleeping barghest there. Let's let these sleeping evil dogs lie, shall we? Come out a bit and see if there are any of those rolling waters here. It would seem like this would be a most logical place to find them. Doesn't seem like it's gonna do it. I wonder if that's something that gives you dread there. Looks like a most evil little shrine area. It does not look like we're going to find these rolling waters, so... let's go further this way. Once again, we're going to keep searching these areas until we find one of these pools, and then we'll let you know how we've done. Because Lord knows there are plenty of these pools about. And we have found, I knew we had one that should be close by. Right up there's the camp. But the pool I was looking at was right over there next to that dead tree. I knew there was one close by here, though, because there's one right there. Whoa, 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 whoa. Yep, there we go. Too close. This one's going to be a little tougher, because there's an awful lot of dead things in the water around it. See, there's an Iron Crown runner coming. That's the other one that we need to get our hands on. Let's get right over here. That's an Iron Crown runner and an Iron Crown messenger. I wonder if they would aggro each other if we took one of them on. See if we can't get the one in the back here. Yeah, that makes them stop. Good. Now we can get up close. Let's see if we can't take him off. Be willing to bet if we take out the runner, he might have the payroll on him. down he goes. Yep, there's the orders. Now let's see if we take out the runner, if he will have the payroll. All this time I wasn't thinking about whether or not I could take on the dead critters with distraction. That would have made some of them a little bit easier. And there's the money box. Very good. 2 down. Now we need to get the rolling waters. Say our burglar's cure did not take off all of the ill effects there. Alright, he has moved away. However, the bar guests are coming back. Knew this is going to be a tough one here. Way too many dead stuff in the water. Let's take them out one by one, I suppose. And be ready to run if we need to. Yep, we could distract them. Very good. Oh, bar guest, move the other way, you freaking pain in the butt. You know what we're gonna do? We're gonna do this. Few too many critters about right at the moment. Let's see if our silence is gonna run out before the bar guest does. Nope. There we go. There we go. Heal up a little bit, and I bet we can get to the rolling water now. Nope, here comes the bar guest back. And I thought the dead guy was going to come after me as well. Good. Nicely done, nicely done. Could have been a little bit more elegant, but anything that gets the job done counts in a burglar's book. Now let's follow this road back to the south. Take it out of the Imlad Balchorth here. And see if we can't get up yonder. There's a bridge to cross, and then we should hopefully be able to find those nightshade. So we'll continue on up this way. In fact, we're getting close to the area where I could trade and hop on my horse again. Just about to get out of the undead areas once we get past this other arch up here. The vile undead nastiness just turns back into regular undead nastiness. Yeah, let's turn our little light on. And there we are. Let's cross the bridge and we'll be back into, shall we say, less rotting lands. Or lands with less rotting inhabitants in at any rate. Okay. I need to take a break right quick and then I'll come back. Bridge here is a good safe spot to camp. When I come back, we will continue on down into this area here to the, I think they said north and east of Maythad. So we'll see how that goes. And we'll be back in just a few minutes.